Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome back for another video of Languisser. And today we're going to be taking a look at two replays. Both are from this account, by the way. I did play a bit in the olds, but that was purely just experiment, so I won't be showing any replay from that today. So instead we're going to focus on those two replays on this account. The first replay is going to be purely my own choices, while the second replay is where I got a bit of a help because, I've been struggling a lot in Apex nowadays. Like for me, it's like I don't know, like the skills kind of leaving me for some reason. But and what I mean is that my skills is getting a bit worse as of lately. But hopefully it won't becomes at a point where I won't be able to push through. But anyways, I'm still hanging in goal 3. So yeah, if you're wondering. So anyways, I'm gonna show those replays right now, and I'll explain more about those replays one by one, and see y'all later, of course, after replays.
定めの時が来ました。
お前の限界を見せてみろ。はは、この程度か。
偽りに満ちた世界で苦しみだけが真実よ。
闇を払います。闇を払います。祈りの声を聞きなさい。
許しはせぬ。
覚悟しなさい。覚悟しなさい。定めの時が来ました。
これが私の信じる心です。
定めの時が来ました。芦屋への怒りを受けよ。 定めの時が来ました。
人、思考、そして
定めの時が来ました。不毛な争いを終わらせる。
ごめんなさい、守れなかった。
許しはせん。まだやり残したことが。定めの時が来ました。
ははこの程度が。ははこの
まだやり残したことが。
お前の限界を見せてみろ。俺に力を貸してくれ。
ロセウス家の名にかけて。最後の連戦を受けなさい。最後の連戦を受けなさい。
これが私の信じる心です。
定めの時が来ました。
お前の限界を見せてみろ。お前の限界を見せていいよ。倒すというのか。
芦屋への怒りを受けよ。定めの時が来ました。芦屋への怒りを受けよ。
まだ終わらないよ。
覚悟しなさい。覚悟しなさい。
言うだけ無駄だ。これを食らえ。ははこの程度が。この程度が。
効いてきた。
Whichever match I did get help from, but actually both matches I did get a bit of help, but the first one is not as much because it's mostly my own choice of moves, while someone backseats me about like certain part of the match, but of course not a lot. They try to keep it fair, like keep it lightly, which understandable because you know I cannot be like completely rely on them, you know. So anyways, this match is me as a P2 fight against a Del Monster, and as you can see, they're both meta rush teams. And as far as you notice, both matches have different boxes. Well, somewhat different because this one has like I think Landius and Rhea in here, but the second one does not have those two. Instead, they were replaced by other units. Or maybe Landius is still there, but it's just that Rhea is replaced with Lina. So. Anyways, Del Monster, I looked at the box closely to see who to ban first. I went ahead and go for first ban, like El or Freya, known as Gay Succubus, to get her out there. And then my opponent went for Serna first ban, which is interesting. I guess Serna is really strong on P2's team, so I guess that somewhat makes sense. But that actually leaves me open with like two options. Like I can go first Enya or first Dragon Slayer. And then Del Monster chose Enya, which is normal first pick. And then my next bans are the two Enya enablers, like Serna and Celica. Those two can reduce cooldowns, which can be disgusting as in this setting. So I had to get rid of them both. Otherwise, I'll have to deal with Enya's first turn copying, and I went ahead and get my own Enya. And then this kind of bans are pretty questionable because first of all I would never pick those two on the second picks. So yeah, those were probably the worst ones to do there. And then Eshin to secure an act again. And I banned the Nonoran and Rhea to ensure they don't reach my team so quickly. Rhea can technically do that, but however I don't want to risk it. So I ban her outright. And I secure my own gaze to like be able to assassinate whoever I want. And then Ilya and Celica are banned, fine. And then Liana gets picked. And then Ilya and Lemia are banned. Dragon Slayer gets picked because he just for some reason doesn't consider banning him. So yep, it's kind of his fault for letting him through. Jace and Eshin banned. and then Isolde gets picked, which you know, Isolde used to be my worst enemy to fight against, but she still is today. But I mean, she's not as dangerous as before, so I'm not tank push anymore. So she's not gonna be denting my team much. And I banned the Dragon Slayer and Luna to make sure that they both doesn't get picked here. And then Bright Summoner, I picked my own. And then ban my Rhea and Ymir. And then Bright Summoner gets picked here. And initially I thought this Bright Summoner is a mage because, you know, rush teams usually have her as a mage, but some people in rare cases do carry Holy Chris. So this one, as soon as I saw this Chris being holy, I was like, whew, I don't have to worry about her doing nasty stuff on me. Because Mage Chris is scarier than Holy Chris. I'll tell you that. And then I brought along Luna because initially I had two choices here for the last pick, like either Luna or Landius. But since I already have Dragon Slayer and there's no Revive Disabler on the other team, well, aside from Isolde, this one should be fine to like enable me to get myself another DPS, or also can be used as a support unit for mobility. So I do just that and use Luna, even though she's not going to be doing much here because for her in this setting is a 3 stars or 4 stars. So I'm not going to expect her doing much here. All I rely on her is the support most of the time. So let this match begin. Okay, probably see a fate on Liana first. Trying to turn one copy here. Actually, not one time, but 2 times in this match. Act again on Eshin, not Eshin, on Enya with Eshin. And then move my gaze first, and then swap out that Chris into a demon. And then use my attack to turn most units into holy. That includes the Soul Day, if you're wondering. And also, that AoE also hit the Bright Summoner, which also reverted her back to holy. So yeah, basically this class change is pretty funny. Because first you become a demon and then back to holy. Like how funny is that? I mean, my goal is trying to kill Bright Summoner, but that was a fail. Oh well. I mean, in this match, it doesn't really matter because I just want to make sure I turn Isolde into a holy, so she won't be able to do it. She won't be able to do anything against Dragon Slayer within the 3 turns that she has as a holy. And I put Bright Summoner up ahead, which I kind of made a bit of a mistake there, but I'm actually using this as a bait to draw Isolde out.
許しはせぬ。覚悟しなさい。
Okay, I moved my Luna up ahead to give everyone a mobility support. Act again already. Okay, leaves the realm. And then she leaves. And I move Enya that way, so that way she does not get in range of the enemy's Isolde. Fortunately for me, this Isolde is not really too close to the bottom lane. If she's there, then my Enya's pretty much done for. But yeah. Here she goes, attacking my Bright Summoner. She falls, unfortunately, but this actually enables Dragon Slayer to do something here. And since she is a holy, she didn't do much damage against Dragon Slayer. Yep, here comes Dragon Slayer going rampaging. And in this moment, I had to go up close to attack Isolde because I have no other choice because she's gonna cause problems if I don't do something about that. And also this also prevents the Bright Summoner from taking her own action. If you're wondering what happened to this Bright Summoner here, apparently this Bright Summoner lost control during this process right here. So yeah, the only way she was able to to remove this is by having an ally stand next to her. But since Bright Summoner didn't have anyone near her, she's just gonna move forward on her own, which is perfect for us. And this is where the finishing move happens. I just cloned my own Dragon Slayer. I gotta make sure I don't get out of the realm when doing this. And then my goal here is to try to take out that Isolde as soon as possible, which I'm able to do because of the class reverse advantage. And just like that, that's the end of the match. Now let's move on to the next one and see what happened there. Alright, I'm back, and believe it or not, both replays in fact do highlight Dragon Slayer's reign of tyranny, which is absolutely ironic to think about because he is strong, and I'm not sure how he's going to be faring. But however, it really depends on what kind of foe I'm fighting against. But if you don't have anybody that can disable revive, oh man, good luck with that, because you're pretty much going to lose the match like most of the time, which is pretty annoying for some players who doesn't even know how to counter him. But anyways, the other match I'm fighting against is one of those veterans of the Languisher player known as Thorny Boy or Thommy Boy. I thought this guy was called Thorny Boy, but this is Thommy Boy. Thommy Bo, I think. Anyways, this player was the former Languisher player since season 17. Maybe this person still is as of today, but maybe not. So anyways, I'm running my usual box, but this box just got changed a bit. So instead of having Rhea in the box, I have Lina instead for higher power on here when it comes to DPS. Because currently my Lina is already 6 stars, while Rhea is 4. Or 5 actually. Actually 5. It's not going to do much for me, so I decided for time being just use whichever I have right now. Which I have Lina pretty well built currently, but unfortunately I won't be able to use her here. So yeah, let this match speaks for itself. Gaze first ban, which is expected because she can be a nuisance against Dragon Slayer. So when that happens, I just ban Dragon Slayer. I don't want to deal with him right off the bat. And I banned those, like he banned Jason and Serena, fine. Enya gets picked here, so I went ahead and banned Serena and Gaze because I don't see Selk on the box, so I'm just gonna ban Serena because that's the sole turn 1 enabler for Enya. And I secure Selka for myself for the turn 1 enabler. And then there's like one mistake that this player did. Like he let my Dragon Slayer through on the 3rd pick, which honestly this is not. You're not meant to do that because I mean sometimes you do forget about Dragon Slayer existence, so that he might slip through. And since Assault Gem is still bannable here, so I just do that as an opportunity along with Randall. And I go Ymir to bust their tank. And then Bright Summoner and Eshin banned. Bernhard gets picked. And then now the last 2 bans, I went for Marie Rose and Luna. And by the way, the pick and bans are orchestrated by the Backseater. Which I'm not going to say who it is because, just to keep it transparent. So anyways, and also by the way, the Backseater is not Cecil. So if you're wondering, no, it's definitely not him. I haven't been in a voice chat with him for a long time actually. So yeah, anyways, Luna, yeah. So as you can see here, this is the match that ensues, and also this battle is also really fast. It ends so quickly because rush teams do intend to finish matches faster than tank pushers. Celica. I put that on Dragon Slayer to ensure he does not die too quickly, and also give him like a after battle healing. And also gave Dragon Slayer another chance of using the act again, along with Enya, of course. Oh man, this guy had no idea what's going to happen as soon as I cloned the Dragon Slayer. Here it comes. Yeah, when that happens, that is gonna be so annoying to deal with, because you're gonna have to find a way to fight off this Dragon Slayer going rampaging on your team right off the bat. Now imagine how terrifying is that if your opponent has to face Enya and Dragon Slayer at the same time. Like, that would be a total nightmare. And also combo with Celica. Jeez. You're probably not gonna live this kind of fight for long, because you're gonna have to deal with turn 1 Dragon Slayer. Oh yeah, by the way, if one Dragon Slayer isn't enough to get you a scare, soon you'll be seeing 2 of them. Yep, here comes the second one. The second Dragon Slayer. Yeah, this is what made people didn't like about this kind of meta, because Dragon Slayer is absolutely disgusting. If used by the right hand, that is. And that Dragon Slayer has Celica's blessing, which means he's gonna be very hard to kill. Yep, and Dragon Slayer is just gonna straight up kill Tiaras like that because she's holy, and Dragon Slayer himself is a demon. Yeah, this kind of strategy is really annoying to fight against. So yeah, I feel pretty bad for my opponent there, because you know fighting the strat like this is absolutely diabolical. So yeah, that's the both matches here. So hope y'all probably learned something about like what you can do and how to avoid the scenario like this. So like if you fight against someone with like the meta box that includes Dragon Slayer, Celica, or Enya, best try to ban one of the 3, because if all 3 of them are in the same picks, you're pretty much dead, because like they have literally everything. But as long as they're P1, that is. If they're P1, do not let those 3 through, because if you let those 3 through on the picks, yeah, you're done so. So yeah, anyways, hope y'all enjoy your day, and see y'all next time. And hopefully the next weekend the meta is gonna shift just a little bit, because with the inclusion of fairy tale characters like Urza, Natsu, or even Lucy, even. So yeah, we're gonna see how things are gonna change there, but I would imagine not much. But there'll be another unit that Dragon Slayer had to watch out for, which is Urza, because she is another unit that can disable revive as long as she's outnumbered. So yep, if you haven't seen that video already with like Future Languisher installment featuring Fairy Tail collab, I'll highly recommend you watch that first and figure out how you can make use of those characters, because these 3 new heroes are going to be really interesting to have, especially Urza, because she is a Dragon Slayer killer under a certain condition, of course. So yep, let's see how that goes, and hope you have a good day.